Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our 4th annual E3 recap podcast voice thingy, as what we call. If we've never even given it an official name now, have it, after 4 years?
No, we've only been doing it 4 years, so
exactly.
we haven't had time to think of a name.
I haven't had time, yes.
God. E3 everywhere, Larry. There's E3 in my ears. There's E3 in my mouth. I can taste it.
Yes. Everybody loves E3.
The taste of E3.
And this year, everybody's been touting it as the best one ever.
Do you know, it's certainly, I think, from my point of view at least, the best one that we've covered.
I think it's definitely the most interesting one. I mean, I think it's definitely a piece for the fanboys this time round, rather than...
Yeah, it's a bit, maybe a bit too much of that, but we'll discuss that later.
We will do. What game would you like to discuss first?
Well, I think we should go through the different companies that had the different, on-set announcements and stuff, mainly because that's how I wrote my notes down.
Oh, okay. So where do we begin with your notes? Where do we notes? Because I can't see your notes because we're living several hundred miles away from each other. So I can't.
That is correct. Hang on, I'll hold it up to the window. Do you see them now?
Oh,
Actually, it's a bit dark out.
Yeah, no, sorry, the window's a bit dirty.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
The light shining into one.
How about we start with... Well, there's big three.
Yes.
Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. Pick one of those.
Let's start with Microsoft because they were first off the bat, weren't they?
Oh, yes, they're true. That's the only one I sort of saw live and tweeted rude things about.
That's because the only thing... It was an appropriate time for an English person to be awake.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Basically, all the others were at 3 a.m.
Yes. You're just drifting in and out of promises of remakes and reboots.
I swear to God, we're going to remake Bomberman Zero, and it's going to be even better. Fusion Frenzy free, yay!
Woo!
At last. So, Microsoft. Well, their big thing... In fact, I would have said their games lineup was one of the weaker ones in its way, but their biggest announcements weren't sort of games directly, were they? One was this backwards compatibility thing that suddenly came out of nowhere.
So that's really put the nail in the coffin for anybody who's playing an HD remaster, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think so, because I think it's one of these things they always go, oh, backwards compatibility is going to be ace. Play your old games. Only have one box under the television. Yeah. And actually, it's only compatible with like 12 games, and 8 of them don't work properly. That's
exactly the same thing I had with a 360 when they said backwards compatibility for the Xbox original Xbox. And I wanted to play Prince of Persia on it, and I never could. I really like that Prince of Persia game, Sands of Time. Can't play that, but you could play Barbie Horse Adventure. I mean, get your
there we are.
Yeah.
All your favourites.
At least I got my priorities right.
I just want to play. What's that? It's Crimson Skies. I still haven't got around to playing that.
That is good. You can get it on PC as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I'm going to write that down.
Well, it's a PC port anyway, so.
I didn't bloody know that. I've had this bloody Xbox version sitting here years thinking I really must set an Xbox up one day. Right, get the top off the pen and everything.
Oh, he's getting the pen out. He's jotting that down.
I'm actually writing it down in red ink by coincidence.
Priority. Are you going to get out your yellow highlighter as well?
No, that wouldn't mix well with the red ink. It would be orangey colour, and then whatever you highlight next would be orange.
You can't have that. You can't. It's just not right to highlight things in orange.
No, because then if you photocopy it, it turns out as if you've just gone over it and you can't see it.
Yes.
As yellow disappears. So, more E3 photocopier facts later.
Yeah. They announced a new Fable. Well, they didn't. It was just a game from last year, but they've announced it's going to be free to play. Because
do you know, I hadn't picked up on that, and I was bloody watching it as well. I must have missed that bit.
Oh, okay. Well, you sort of zone out when they mention Fable, isn't it?
I think that actually happens, yeah. It's like the second one was almost a game, and then they just sort of fell apart again for the third one.
It's like I'll go make a cup of tea.
Yeah.
They're talking about Fable now.
Fan that I am of Fable the Journey. Is Fable Heroes this time? Fable Legends?
Fable 4-player Dota wannabe. Sort of dungeon crawling crap.
Oh, so like Diablo, only not very good.
Yes. Diablo with Peter Molyneux influence.
Oh, God. Well, as Peter Molyneux's not involved, because it's always nice to hear the crazy things he comes up with. And this game will be the first one that you can play just by pressing the disc to your eyeballs. You don't even need a console.
You just sit back and imagine it. That's how you play the game.
And then Molyneux comes to you in your sleep and awards you points on how well you imagined it.
He wakes you up in the morning to apologise that your dream wasn't up to standard. And he promises your next stream's going to be better, as long as you donate to his Kickstarter.
Oh, God. Oh, let's not even go there, sister. My God. What else did we have? Oh, loads of fucking sequels. Enough sequels to fill a big fucking hat full of sequels. We're up to Halo 5 now?
Halo 5, yes. Halo 5, Manchester United, Neil.
Yeah. What? Halo 5, Gears of War 4, Forza 6, Tomb Raider 2. Deary me. Yeah, so Forza, does anybody care about Forza?
I don't know. I don't get the point of this Forza Horizon. Why don't they just bring back Project Gotham? Because everybody loves Project Gotham.
What about Metropolis Street Racer? Was that any good, or was that just a dream?
That was the same thing.
Oh, the same thing, was it?
The same game. Project Gotham was just their name to get around it because Sega owned the name.
Oh, I never knew that. Well, I've learned something today. That I don't really care about racing games. But if I did, I'd be quite interested about it.
Hopefully I earned some kudos points for that information.
Yes, you've earned 3 Ashens points. I'll just write it down.
Something we will be discussing later on. Something called Ashen, eh?
That's it.
God.
I'd actually forgotten that. I don't think it's
I'm surprised because nobody will shut the fuck up about it on Twitter, will they?
Fucking hell, yeah. I may have to find some clever way of just ignoring tweets that use it in a certain phrasing.
I mean, if you look on the trailer from YouTube for the game, it's actually nothing but...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's just well pissed off.
It's just nothing but Chef Excellent quotes.
There's somebody in their social media team going, what the fuck is going on?
Why do they keep saying it's an excellent game? We haven't even released it yet.
This is amazing. The marketing team have done such a good job.
Why do they keep talking about potatoes? There's not going to be a pop station. What the fuck's a pop station?
It's not even the first game called Ashen. There was one for the N-Gage.
That's right, because you went and got one on eBay, didn't you? Because I mentioned it years ago.
I absolutely did, yeah.
That was a first-person shooter as well.
Certainly was, yeah, but the sort of blocky 3D N-Gage graphics, which was amazing on a phone at the time. Just the phone was impossible to use as a phone.
And if you wanted a probably idiot, yes.
Yeah. Till you got to the QD, then it was just awkward, not impossible.
I've told you that whole story, didn't I, about the QD? That I entered a competition to win one. And I did. I actually won one. And it turns out the only reason I won it because I was the only one who entered.
You won a competition by default.
Yeah. And even funnier is it was a competition to win 2. And since nobody else entered, the bloke who done the competition kept it. So.
Well, fair enough, I think is the answer to that.
So, yeah.
God.
It's quite a nice little machine, actually. I mean, if you're into collecting old handheld devices.
Yeah, I've got to. Weirdly, I didn't have a QD, and the sound designer on the Game Child film gave me one at the premiere.
What? That was pretty shitty of him.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I thought we paid you well. He's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Have this and suffer.
Oh, well, speaking of handheld things, do you remember years ago I bought a Gizmondo off you?
Oh, yes.
It's melting.
What?
It's melting.
Oh, does it got that weird, like the Amstrad palm pad thing?
Yeah, it's gone all sticky.
Fuck, I've got one, actually. Just sort of one on loose. It's probably gone like that as well. I might have to check on that. I can't check it because I don't know where I've put the fucking thing because I've been wanting to review it for years.
I'll have to give you my one back then, won't I?
You never have to use my own one.
Sell it to me and then ask for it back.
The bloke who sent it to me put a load of games on a bloody MMC for it as well, so I really want to...
everybody does that.
Yeah. Save me time and all that.
I think as the second they announced they're not going to make any more games for it, everybody hacked it. Actually, before that.
Oh, God. Didn't they ever... what do we call it? Because they had the 2 versions. So the standard one you would buy, and then the one that was cheaper.
Yes,
that was it, and it was like 3G in ads for you or something. But they never turned on the ad server, did they?
No, they didn't because they went bust about 2 weeks later. So everybody got a standard machine for the same price.
And it's a distinct possibility the entire thing was a way to launder money for the Swedish mafia or something.
Something like that. Yeah, the bloke smashed up his Ferrari or something. His Koenigsegg. He had a Koenigsegg. Is it Koenigsegg?
No idea.
Oh, I can't pronounce the name of the cars. I'm not very good at cars. Where's Alan Boyston when you need him?
Right, let's try and get back on track.
So that's the most devout tour of Microsoft's E3.
Yeah, that's it. That's Microsoft done. Yeah, Microsoft are re-releasing the Gizmondo.
Yeah,
Sticky balls for everyone.
So re-release of Gears of War and a brief announcement of Gears of War 4.
I didn't pick up on the re-release. Is it for PC or something like an HD one or some bullshit?
No, it's for Xbox One.
Oh.
I forgot what it's called. It's not called Definitive Edition or so. It's not called Definitive Edition or Marcus Phoenix Collection or something. I can't remember. Yeah, but I haven't done that. Yeah, it's just it's got a special name like Championship Edition or something like that. I'm sure somebody will tell me what the proper name is in the comments. So thank you very much in advance for correcting me.
Yes, if you could do it as rudely as possible.
Yes,
excellent.
Please point out I don't know anything about games and I should get the fuck off the internet.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yes.
And some sort of insulting thing about a family member?
Yes. And
a family member you don't actually have. That would be good. Ah, dear. Internets. Anyway, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yes, that's. I didn't see too much of that because I went off for my din-dins at the time. So
to be honest, they showed a bit of footage, and I mean, I still haven't properly played the first one, but I've heard...
I love it. It's a really good game.
Good. I'm glad to say that because I bought it. But it's this second one. It was just like set piece.
Yeah, all I saw of them was just jumping about on snowy rocks.
Yeah. That was literally it. And she's still not kind of Lara Croft yet. I thought she kind of would be after the first one, but it's all gone a bit Quantum of Solace, and she's still on her journey.
Oh, she's got a lot of growing up to do.
That's it. In the next game, she'll be 83 years old.
And she'll still have triangle bosoms.
Yeah, that's the story of her triangle bosoms is the third one's focus. Yeah, her hideous accident. What else do they have? Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yes, because they announced Sea of Thieves. They announced Rare making a game that isn't a bloody Kinect game, which is nice.
Surely it's Sea of Kinect. They've just spelt it wrong.
I'm sure they'll try and inject some sort of Kinect functionality into it, because it is,
Sea of Thieves. Sea will be SEE, and the Kinect just stares at you the whole time. Just being silently judged by pirates as you play. Yeah, I didn't quite get my head around this. So it's obviously a sort of piratey game, but is it an online thingy? Whether you can...
Well, you can play with I don't know if it's like MMO multiplayer or you just play co-op with other people. But yeah, they're a bit scarce on information. We probably won't find any more or see any gameplay until next E3, most likely.
Oh God. Oh no wonder I didn't bloody know anything about it. There was the information. Damn, I was quite interested in that.
Oh well,
Pirates is a sort of good. You can get some nice fun out of that in your games.
Well, especially if you use BitTorrent.
Yes. Much cheaper way of getting games.
It is, yes. Assassin's Creed 3 done Assassin's Creed 4 done pirates, didn't it?
Did indeed, yeah. Black Flag.
3 done it a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, and it made it injected some sort of fun because 3 wasn't much fun, really, was it?
No, because you don't want to spend half the game as an old man before.
Bunch of Brotherhood and Revelations. They weren't that great either, actually, were they?
No, they weren't.
But how many Assassin's Creed? Actually, we should save this for when we're on to Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, yes. So digressing again.
We'll come back to that one. The guy behind Mega Man, whose name escapes me,
Keiji Inafune.
Thank you very much. Doing something called Recall about a young girl and her big robot dog thing. That looked quite interesting.
So basically, Mega Man with a girl.
I don't know. It looked more. Reminded me a bit of Beyond Good and Evil in a way. But I think that may just be visually, to be fair. And
the dog died, and they put the battery in the robot, and it come back to life.
Really?
So the moral of this game is batteries have souls. And lithium ion.
Well, we've learnt something today. But yeah, there wasn't really much info on that. It looked... It's interesting. I mean, if it's from the creator of Mega Man, it's got to be worth a thought, at least, isn't it? You know.
Did you see the Rare collection as well?
Oh yeah, no, that was interesting purely because there's so many fucking games on it.
I thought you'd be quite excited because it's got Blast Core on it.
That is exactly what I was then going to say. Me and Mike Jevons are the only people in the world who seem to remember and like Blast Core.
I love Blast Core.
Oh, good man. Good man. You're back on the Christmas card list.
Oh, thank you. And the old Cotton Eye Joe music always playing.
Yeah, yes. No, I'm fucking excited about that because N64 emulation is one of the sort of more dubious ones.
Well, hopefully it'll just be completely upscaled and sort of redone for.
Oh, that'd be great. I bet they fucking won't be. There's too many games on there to do them all properly, aren't there?
Well, most of them have been ported already. Stuff like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Banjo 3E, Banjo 4E.
Yeah, Banjo 80 was a good one.
Banjo.
Not actually 8E, but 80. The 80. Yeah. They kickstart it. Yeah.
And a lot of the Spectrum games are missing, though, surprisingly. They haven't got Alien 8 on there. I was surprised to see.
What?
No.
See, I'm going to be honest. I completely glossed over the Spectrum ones because, I can fucking play them on a Spectrum.
I've got a Spectrum.
Exactly. Be interesting if they did a sort of.
They got like the Night Law series on there.
Oh, Sabre Wolf and Underworld and Not Maya Mare.
Yeah. I got a copy of that. Somebody recreated it.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Chris Wilkins, yes. So
crazy stuff.
I shall show you. Maybe we could do a video on it one day.
That's not a bad idea.
Because it's exciting. So it's on a tape and that as well, and all properly done. Anyhow, that is not E3 related. We are still discussing.
Still on Microsoft.
We're still on Microsoft, yes.
They had some space stuff with CGI trailers, and I can't remember what any of it was.
They had those holographic lenses where you can play Minecraft on your kitchen table.
That was one of those things when I was watching it, and I suddenly felt like an old man who just didn't understand what the new technology is like. What's the point of it? What's it doing? But nobody else seemed to either. So
you can look down on somebody else playing Minecraft. I mean, that's not really much of a benefit.
It's very. Yeah. I mean, it was impressive in the sense that you can sort of zoom in and do all this stuff. But what really?
The only thing I could see that as being a practically good thing for is if you released a real-time strategy game for it. Yeah,
have little things fighting against each other on your kitchen table or something.
So that'd be quite good.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything else that would be any benefit for, really.
I'd like to see what it actually looks like with a thing over your eye as well, because obviously we saw this mocked-up one done in real time through a camera, so it's like ultra-high quality. But how high quality is the screen in front of your eye? Because, if it's, not HD or something, it's not going to look that great. In fact, is it going to look that great HD if it's right near your pissing eye? I don't know. That is an unknown.
It would be quite good for a racing game where it could, make a virtual cockpit in front of the TV screen.
Could you have it so when you walk down the road, it superimposes cocks on everybody's heads?
No, that's the PC version. So.
Now you tell me.
That's the Little Big Planet version. So.
The game where 98% of player made.
I told you that. I've got a friend on my Xbox Live friends list who is actually the moderator for Media Molecule and doing all the Little Big Planet games, and he says that every morning it's deleting levels that are either about Nazis or penises. That's about everything everybody person can create. The occasional Mario Brothers level somebody comes up with as well, but yeah, it's nearly everything's about penises or Nazis.
Amazing, like a medical version of the History Channel.
Yeah, except with fat people prawning.
God Almighty! That must be the most depressing job imaginable. Do you remember what any of those bloody space games were? I genuinely can't. There were a couple of them. They just had CGI trailers that didn't really tell you anything about the games.
I can't remember. I mean, it's just background noise to me, space games.
I thought one was strategy or something. I genuinely can't remember. It was one of those things where the trailers were so sort of abstract that I didn't really get it. Never mind. The only other thing from Microsoft one was Dark Souls 3. They somehow, despite the fact it's coming out for everything, they somehow got it on their show.
Well, they try and keep quiet about that, but make it sound like it's an exclusive.
Exactly. But in fact, the PS4 version will probably be better, don't know how I feel about that. Obviously, it's great that Miyazaki's doing another one. Dark Souls being my favourite game ever, and Dark Souls 2 being a big disappointment in the ass made by a beat.
He's got nothing else to do now. He's closed down Studio Ghibli, really.
Bloodborne was great. Looking forward to it. I don't know. I'd like to see something. Bloodborne has made me think, it'd be nice to see this sort of Souls formula in these other settings. Whereas Dark Souls 3 is very much obviously back to the dark medieval.
It'd be nice to have a steampunk.
Yeah, see, steampunk would be interesting. People have been saying about feudal Japan, but I like the idea that the games are made by Japanese people based on the mythology of other countries. Somehow that kind of, gets an interesting interpretation of it.
Yeah. Because if they made it over, it'd be set in World War II and have no zombies in it.
Yeah, exactly. You could do one in space. You could do one in a sort of post-apocalyptic Mad Maxy thing. You know, anything desolate and shit is basically you can fit with it. But yeah, I look forward to it. Next year, isn't it? But I'm still playing Blood Bowl at the minute, so I'm quite happy with it for the time being.
It's possible to beat the game in 6 minutes, you know.
Good God, can't imagine that's much fun.
Obviously, no, but you rush it straight through, you can beat the game in 6 minutes, apparently. But yeah.
Jesus, but that takes some bloody skill, though. Unlike me, who's flailing around 14 times to kill the fucking Chalice Dungeon version of the blood-addled beast.
And in the end, they rounded up the Microsoft conference with Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh my goodness, I'd forgotten that. That was right at the end, wasn't it?
It was,
I'd
yes.
That down elsewhere, yeah. That is looking fucking pretty.
It does look. Apparently, people who've played it, and they just turned around and said it's exactly the same as Battlefield.
I can live with that.
So it's basically your Battlefield mod with Star Wars characters. Really, that's all they say. It plays exactly like. But I love Battlefield.
Yeah.
Everybody is moaning about Hardline, and I love the idea of cops and robbers. And
my only semi-complaint is I did like the space levels in the old Star Wars Battlefront, or in Battlefront 2. Anyway.
Well, they might have them in that. I don't know. They haven't announced everything, man.
No, they've specifically said they've not got space levels in it.
Oh, okay. Well, they do require effort.
Yeah, and flying around in weird ships. They never quite worked properly, to be honest, and yet somehow I really enjoyed it. If I ever go back to it and play it now, it's always the space levels.
It does been quite confusing why you got General Akbar positioning ground troops in, isn't it? If he's solely in space combat.
Yeah. You probably can't see properly from up there.
No.
And he's got eyes on the side of his head anyway, so he's got no 3D vision. Big blind spot in the middle. And he's a fucking fish. But other than that...
a fish out of water.
Literally.
And he likes pointing things out that are traps.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I get the feeling I might wait till it's maybe reduced a bit. Do you know, is it coming to PC?
It's coming to everything. It's coming to bloody... calculator, the way they...
Can I play it on my old calculator?
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
Dear
EA.
Being released on the Grundy New Brain.
Yeah. Unfortunately, only on the little LCD display at the top. Yeah. No, it wasn't LCD, actually. It was lit, wasn't it?
No, it was sort of like a calculator screen, wasn't it?
Yeah. My God. There we are. That's the most obscure computer.
Yes.
Mentioning this until we come across the CGL Sword M5. Right. Let's move on. Sony or Nintendo next?
Well, the next people to do an event was EA, but it was so bloody boring.
Well, fuck it. Let's do it. Well, we've got it. I did write some notes.
Okay. Well,
my notes say Z. Z.
It's just some drool on the tape. And an imprint of my head.
Yeah. They did Battlefront again, which we kind of
Battlefront again, yes. No new Battlefield game this year they announced, nothing like that.
Fuck, I didn't realise that. Yeah, that's an obvious omission. Yeah.
So, yes,
not going to complain. I don't really think we need these things every year.
They announced a new FIFA game. No, as a surprise to nobody ever.
Holy shit!
But
the football one?
Yes.
They're going to do another one?
They are, apparently, yeah.
Holy, well, bloody hell.
I know, it's only been a year as well.
That's amazing. I mean, usually you only get one like once a decade, don't you? It's not like it's every fucking year is the same fucking thing. Literally, in the case of those legacy editions they do for the Vita and the Wii, they've only written one FIFA game for the Vita, I believe, and then each year they release a legacy version, which is an identical game where they update the team names and the kits. They even write it on the front of the fucking box.
I wonder what cheats. I wonder what cheats they're going to put into the game aside from Sepp Blatter.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll get my coat.
Thank you.
But I like the fact they covered up any sort of allegations about FIFA by dragging out the corpse of Pele for 10 years.
Oh my!
Did you see it? Oh, it went on and on and on.
That was so dull. Bless him, and he's so old. Bless his heart. Leave the poor sod alone.
Leave him. He's already dead. Just don't. Oh no, you got him started off against erectile dysfunction as well now.
Yeah. Oh, poor old Pele. This is going to sound bad. I genuinely thought he'd died of old age by now. I was really surprised to actually see him on stage. Like, fuck.
And he's one of these celebrities that they stick in cryogenic storage every now and then and bring him out for some sort of celebrity thing.
Now it all makes sense.
A bit like Nelson Mandela, but he had a crack in his stasis leak. And so
the first episode of Eerie, Indiana. It's going to be Tupperware container.
Foreverwhere.
Oh dear. What else did EA do? Fucking sports games one number higher than last year's sports game.
Yes.
Crazy shit about the basketball guy Hoop Gourd or whatever.
Oh, I don't even know who that is.
That was really weird, like the Gourd of Hoops or something. It was about the sports game, so I'd kind of glazed over and was reading comic books.
I'm not really interested in somebody who plays basketball who's named themselves after an Asian water retaining vessel, really.
I think you meant as in God, not as in a gourd.
Oh, okay.
That's the twist of the game. It's impossible to get any sort of score because there's a fucking great gourd stuck in the hoop, blocking it entirely.
It's this giant peanut bean shaped in the middle of the hoop.
What else did they have going on? Another Need for Speed game.
Oh, there's a surprise.
There's new Mass Effect, isn't there? Andromeda,
yes,
I believe.
Another Mass Effect. A re-release of the first. No, it wasn't. No, just backwards compatibility of the first one.
Ah.
No announcement of a new Road Rash, which upset everybody.
Oh, yeah. In fact, we've had so many old things resurrected and things brought to the fore we wouldn't get, but Road Rash would have been
Great online as well.
Yeah. Although, I don't know, the Road Rash thing never... I think the first and second were still kind of the best, weren't they?
I do, yeah. The third one, nobody bought.
Yeah.
I did like the 3DO one. That was good.
I think the 3DO one is probably the best one next to the list. The PS1 one didn't do much for me at all.
Well, that's the same. Well, they released a 3DO game on the PS1 as well.
Oh.
Now with added Soundgarden.
So. Oh, God. Maybe that's why I didn't like it so much. I have that as being a different thing in my head, in fact. So basically they did like a Return Fire, where they just ported it to PS1 and fucked the sound up a bit.
Oh, that's about half the first generation PlayStation 1 games are just 3DO ports, really. Especially EA.
Yeah, oh, Christ, yeah. But hey, 3DO, great version of Super Street Fighter 2.
Oh, yes. That was the best one for a long time.
Certainly was.
But, yeah, it was so boring, I can't even remember what happened with EA.
It was sports bullshit. And it was Mirror's Edge reboot.
Mirror's Edge, yes, is a prequel, and it looks exactly the fucking same as the original 2007 game.
Yep, kinda did. I'm all up for a improved version of Mirror's Edge.
I love Mirror's Edge.
It is a fantastic game, but yeah, it needs to be something a bit different. Mind you, again, there was no real details, so fuck, it might be fantastic, or it might be terrible. We've got no fucking idea, have we? But no, I'm glad to see it back. I'm glad it hasn't just been sort of dropped and forgotten about.
The only downside is there's been so much more competition from parkour in video games that it hasn't got the refreshingness anymore, is it? Because
that's a really good point, actually, because there has been a lot more of it, hasn't there?
Well, you've had loads and loads of Assassin's Creed games since, and that's nothing but parkour.
I mean, I was going to say that's like a yearly franchise now. They're at least more than one a year, don't they?
Yeah, but every game has parkour in it now, so...
Yeah. There was an interesting one. Unravel.
Oh, yes. Not Little Big Planet.
No. Yes, not Little Big Planet. It kind of felt a bit like a woolly version of Tearaway.
Yeah, and presented by a Swedish man who couldn't stop shaking.
Yeah, that was quite uncomfortable to watch, actually. Tell me you didn't have dengue fever or something.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, oh, God.
Parkinson's, sorry.
That's the one, yes. Still a pretty dark joke.
Yeah, I shall delete that.
That's fine. Leave it in. Then everyone can hate you in the comments. I'll make a change.
Yeah, come on, let's stay worry.
Trying to think what else. That was it for EA. It was just mostly the sports bullshit other than that. But Unravel looked like it might be interesting, but I don't know, man. We've had a lot of quirky platformers going on. And that just seems like another one in the pile. And the indies have been doing quirky platformers so bloody well.
They sort of knocked them out of the park for anything professional trying to come along.
Yeah.
And there's also, and even if they're not indie, they're sort of getting Kickstarters for things like Ukulele and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I don't think there was anything about at E3.
I don't remember hearing a single thing about it.
That's a shame, that.
Yeah. Trying trying to think what else is going on.
Shall
That's
we-
it. I think that is literally it for EA. It was just the sports bullshit.
Yes, just please do not operate heavy machinery after watching this presentation. So.
Or especially during. That moves us on to Nintendo, I suppose.
No, Sony was
we're going chronologically now, aren't we? Yeah.
So Sony was afterwards. Well, no, technically Ubisoft was next.
Oh, Ubisoft. They.
Should you say Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
I think it should be Ubisoft, but I always say Ubisoft.
I like Ubisoft. It's easy to roll off the tongue.
Yeah, Ubisoft. Ubisoft? Ubisoft. We all be soft.
Yeah.
There's a new South Park game coming, isn't there? I forget, they had a really bizarre subtitle.
Yes.
Fractured Bumhole or something.
Fractured Butthole.
Ah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's quite good. I quite liked the Stick of Truth. Not so much the incredibly stupid censorship the Power version got.
Oh God, that's a fucking embarrassment. That really is. And this one's sort of parodying superhero origin stories more than the RPG stuff of the last one. I think that's all that's known about it, isn't it?
Pretty much so. So hopefully.
Oh shit! No, it's not being made by Obsidian.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so it might have a bit of a B team thing going on. So
Obsidian did take so long releasing the first one.
They certainly did. They've got somebody in who'll do it in 5 minutes, and it'll be shite this time.
So it's a Treyarch of the South Park games.
Trying to think what else. They had. Oh God, something that genuinely really interested me. The game that looked a bit like Chivalry. Very medieval.
Oh yes, what the ones with the knights and the Vikings and the
hang on, I'm gonna have to. If I can actually find the right page.
For Honour.
For Honour. Yes.
Honour. Spelt wrong.
It.
Not spelled the British way.
That's it.
Bloody Yanks, and they're taking out the U's.
I know, it's despicable. Where do they put all these U's?
Ubisoft. Ubisoft has been stealing their U's.
But now Ubisoft have had it stolen and become Ubisoft.
They're going to be called Bsoft.
That's interesting. It sort of had a nice look to it. And, basically like Chivalry, except a lot more sort of polished. Whether it ends up being anywhere near as fun, I've got no idea.
That is one I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I'm most interested in.
Not so much another bloody dancing game presented by some guy I've never heard of.
I literally have just written some dance game. That's how much interest I have in the dance games at this stage. Again, it's a yearly release. It's going to be the only thing using the Kinect from now on, I suppose.
That's the only thing third-party games that are coming out for the original Wii now. Is that dance series. Is it Love to Dance, Got to Dance or something, or Dance Party?
God, no, Just Dance is the Ubisoft.
Just Dance, yeah. No, thank you. Just Dance every year.
Yep.
This time using your iPhone. You can use your iPhone. No, that's not the dance. It's that bloody SingStar, isn't it? That you can use your iPhone to sing into it instead of.
Oh my goodness! I didn't know that. And do you know what? I don't give a shit either. The Division.
I really like the idea of that. I love it.
I was really excited since I first saw it. However, I must say, it's still not out yet, is it? And
I don't like that. This is getting into sort of Watch Dogs territory, that they made the game look brilliant at the beginning, and now they're going on and on and on and bringing it out at E3 every year. And
what really worries me is it looked really fresh and interesting at the time, but now with sort of DayZ and all the fucking millions of other games, you've got this sort of survivalist aspect to them. I think the audience might be bloody fed up of things like it by the time it comes out.
They've not even said what the enemies are. All they had is just rival gangs and stuff. That's all I've seen. There's no sort of like mushroom zombies like The Last of Us or anything. Or...
No, it's purely people versus people, I believe.
That's
I was really excited about, but I think it's going to be I think the time for it will have passed by the time it comes out.
And you could betray your friends in it. Oh, that's good. You just quit out the game when they need your help. That's how you try to. Sorry, my mum's calling for me.
Yeah, that's probably it for that.
So that is a shame.
It is, but it might be good, But I have a feeling, it's going to be feeling saturated in that. There was some weird thing, Anno 2025, where you build a city and then build another city on the moon, and they send things between each other or something.
So basically, SimCity.
Yeah, kind of SimCity.
Named after the guy from Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, yes. Sorry, it took me so long to work that one.
Hello, McFly. No, it's Arno. It's Arno, really, so don't forget.
I've written out things. I've never played Assassin's Creed Unity and almost certainly never will.
Oh, okay. Well, imagine falling through the floor constantly.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I saw. And terrifying tongues and eyes floating in the middle of the air.
Hair and eyeballs and teeth.
So the aftermath of a horrible train accident.
Then they announced, they didn't. There's a new Rainbow Six game coming out.
Yeah, Siege. That looks fun. I really like the Vegas games. They're bloody good fun.
I do. I just like the ability to create your own character.
Yeah.
And you find a photo on the internet and upload it. So I just uploaded pictures of Brian Peppers. Have them as my character.
That's not. Oh my god! What an image! What an image! Did they showed a bit of gameplay footage? It looked like fun. Had a lot of destructible environments.
Yeah, I like the idea of being able to smash a hole in the wall and using that as a sort of impromptu snipey point and stuff.
Yeah. No, looking forward to that bugger.
So that's quite good. Yes. I am surprised they done a bit more of the new Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Right, I fucking know. It's literally like FIFA, isn't it? How many Assassin's Creed have we had? Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Unity, and I still feel I've missed one.
Assassin's Creed Rogue.
That was it.
And then we also got Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation.
Oh yeah, that was for the Vita, wasn't it?
Yes, and you've got all these side platformy games now. Assassin's Creed. I've forgotten the name. I reviewed it a couple of months ago as well.
It's not good if you had to review it and the name's gone already.
It is, as it's essentially.
What does that tell you about the game? Yeah.
Well, it's just Prince of Persia, though. I mean, it's gotten so full circle now. They just sort of hidden the fact that they made Prince of Persia once upon a time.
Yeah, this one's set in like Victorian London or something, isn't it?
Yes. Well, they go for a sort of steampunk thing. They're sort of going to walk across the corpses of the Order 1886 as well, halfway through the game or something.
Yeah, I can't get interested in Assassin. It's just so fucking ludicrously oversaturated.
I think you get lost in the story now because there's been so many, and it's one of these games that you need to complete all of them to understand what the hell's going on, really, to understand the full immersion experience.
They've kind of lost interest in the bloody future parts of it, haven't
they? They don't. Well, they don't do the present things anymore. They got rid of them.
They've got rid of them entirely?
Yes, you can't. It's just entirely set in the past now.
Oh, so there's none of the losing sync and all that gubbins?
There is. It's set. Assassin's Creed Unity was set like you're playing a console game, which obviously you actually are, but sort of a very that you've just bought this new console that lets you play memories on that.
So they've actually basically given up on the, you are in some futuristic place sending your mind back thing and are just writing around it now.
Well, that bloke you played as in the modern sections, they killed him off.
Oh, is that because nobody gave a flying fuck about him?
Well, I think they that, and they sort of painted him into a corner, and also his name voiced by Nolan North as well.
Well, of course he is. He's a character in a video game.
Yeah. And Troy Baker wasn't around at the time. So.
They're the same person. Explains so much. Yeah, new Ass Creed, new Trackmania.
Yes, they keep digging that out, don't they?
More Trackmania, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but and it's a new Ghost Recon, which I've never been much into Ghost Recon.
Recon, it looks more like that game that Square's bringing out.
What do you mean off the top of my head?
It's the third game in the series. I'm bringing it out. It's like an open world sandbox game where you jump on.
Oh, Just Cause.
Just Cause. It reminds me of that.
Oh, to be honest, I didn't really pay any attention to Ghost Recon. I'm just not. The last couple nobody seemed to like. Future Warrior and I remember what the other one was called.
They've secretly announced. They didn't show at the event, but they've announced. Zombie U is going to be released on the Xbox One and PS4.
Oh.
Don't know if it's going to be called Zombie U, though.
No.
It doesn't really make sense.
Zombie 1.
Zombie 1 and Zombie 4.
Yeah. I would really like that if they expanded it a bit. It was just too much felt like a Japanese budget game for the PS1, and there's almost nothing in it.
Well, it's just too much gimmicky crap on stuff on top of these bloody Wii camera thing, Wii pad.
Oh God, you're lifting it up to shoot the crossbow and all that stuff.
The Wii pad. It sounds like something for incontinent people, doesn't it? So,
I remember playing an early version and being quite excited by it, and then being really fucking disappointed when I got it. Just sort of nothing to it, An expanded version of that would be great, actually.
Even a multiplayer version would be quite good.
Yeah, that would be interesting. And I think that's it for you, Ubisoft, isn't it?
Yes. No Splinter Cell this time.
That's a fucking good point.
Got a bit quiet on that.
Also, why are they still calling games Tom Clancy's so-and-so when Tom Clancy's been dead for quite some time?
I don't know, just trying to capitalise on it. Maybe they just produce these games using a Ouija board now.
Oh, God. I suppose he had nothing to do with it any of them for bloody years anyway.
Tom, are you there, Tom? Shall we get rid of Michael Ironside? It's going to yes.
Shall we just make another Ghost Recon game? And they're desperately trying to push it away from the no that the Ghost is pushing it towards, end up breaking the glass. Tom's definitely saying yes.
Instead of Charlie want to play, it's Tom want to reboot.
Right, who was next in the...
that would be Sony.
Oh, Sony's. That was quite a good one, that.
Sony, yes. And the first big thing they really announced was The Last Guardian is still being made.
Yeah, PS4 now, obviously. I thought they'd just skip it and go on the PS5. Wasn't it originally being made for PS2, or am I...
PS3. It's always been for PS3.
It was always PS3, but it was super early.
Was supposed to be for PS1.
Oh, didn't know that.
And there's video footage around on YouTube of the PS1 version of Ico.
Well, bloody hell. Yeah, it looks really fucking interesting.
They got it on special offer at the moment on the PlayStation 3.
Have they?
Yes, you could buy Shadow Colossus and Ico for £8 online.
Oh, I've got like the HD disc version.
Oh, you don't need it then?
Yeah, it's one of the 2 PS3 games I own. That and Demon's Souls.
It's technically not a PS3 game either, is it?
That's true, actually. Yes, an HD remake of fucking PS3. One PS3.
1.5.
Souls, yeah. I did have I was going to get The Last of Us, but obviously I'll get the PS4 version when it comes down a bit. Really fucking interested in it, but it kind of feels nebulous in the sense that they've just been so fucking long coming,
It has. I mean, that's the annoying thing about these game companies. They expect you to continuously be excited when they announce a game years and years down the line, and I think is there some sort of definition of excitement lethargy?
Yeah. Excitagy.
Yes.
A lot of companies seem to be getting wise to this, because things like Bethesda are now sort of saying, we're going to release a new version of so-and-so in 6 months, or, in a really short amount of time.
Yeah, 6 months is a perfect time to get excited.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're
because that Fallout 4 completely come out of left field. Nobody even knew it was being produced.
And the opposite is something like The Division, where we've been hearing about it for years.
And Watch Dogs. I'm surprised that Watch Dogs haven't been delayed till this year either.
God. They really were talking about Watch Dogs for years.
Well, Watch Dogs, when it was first announced, the Xbox One and the PS4 hadn't been announced. Sony and Microsoft got a bit annoyed at Ubisoft for announcing the game as a next-gen system when they haven't even announced the systems themselves.
Bloody wars. Didn't realise that.
So, yeah, but I do like the idea of The Last Guardian. It feels... Basically, it's Ico with the cast of Shadow of the Colossus, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got a Colossus mixed with the boy from Ico.
Yeah.
So that looks quite good, even if it's just a little puzzle.
Yeah, I think
and a giant monster that's scared of dream catchers.
Yeah.
I am too.
They're always scared of something ridiculous, like a Hoover.
Yeah, it's a giant stone vacuum cleaner.
Hiding behind the door, snapping at it. Yeah. 10 points. Really want to say it.
The final boss is Lord Dyson. So.
Wouldn't be much of a fight. They're fucking vacuum cleaners are brittle as hell and cost a fortune. One of the games I was super interested in, Horizon Zero Dawn, which is the most meaningless fucking title going, but it's like the one with the Stone Age hunter woman taking down fucking great robot dinosaurs with like Stone Age weaponry.
I have a feeling that's set in the same world as Killzone.
Oh,
Because not only is it made by the same people, Guerrilla Games, it just looks very similar.
oh, that'd be interesting.
And why they don't live on Earth anymore as well.
Yeah. I'm looking for that to look like something a bit different and fun.
It did. Apparently, Sony were very nervous about having a female protagonist, which is completely arse backwards in 2015, really, to be honest.
That's fucking pathetic. It's not like in the mid-90s everyone was excited about Lara Croft.
Yeah.
You know.
And that woman out of Fear Effect that turned out to be a lesbian.
And PN03. That
Yes.
GameCube game that nobody seems to like. No, that's just fucking stupid. If it was Ubisoft, they'd have just said, we couldn't afford the animation.
And Faith from
Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge, yes.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Yes.
Yeah.
That which is suddenly not being mentioned anymore as well.
Yeah. I reckon we might hear something about that next year.
She's probably sitting in some sort of waiting room with Sam Fisher saying, come on, I'm going to get my game next year.
I mean, there's so many fucking reboots and stuff going on at the minute. If they're financially successful, we will see a lot more, because that's the way the industry has always worked. The way all fucking industries work. But no, the Zero Dawn thing, terrible, meaningless title. It should be called Robo Dino Hunter.
Yeah.
Or something.
Robosaurs.
Robosaurs.
Robosaurs Unleashed.
Robosaurs must die. Kill all Robosaurs. And
Janet and the Robosaurs.
Janet and the Robosaurs. And the character in the game isn't called Janet.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Definitely want to play that. So that's a good start from Sony. A couple I was interested in there.
Yes. And then they announced the biggest arse tactic of all time and announced Shenmue 3.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Shenmue 3. That's... Well, yeah. I'm one of the few people who didn't like the first one, so it's not exciting me personally.
Oh, so you didn't like a game of Lucky Hit?
No, I wasn't a massive fan of the game of Lucky Hit and the invention of QT. I mean, it's all right. It just kind of never gripped me, so I found it a bit sort of dull.
So you don't know about the full voodoo?
Not yet.
Ah.
I'm hoping to learn shortly before I die, to give me something to look forward to.
It's a bit... Wes. I spoke to Wes about this earlier, and he said it's just too little, too late. Really, I mean, it's they're trying. I know people are excited about it, but this game should have been made in 2005, not 2015.
Entirely true, but
I mean, that most of the people playing weren't even alive when the first Shenmue came out. I mean,
yeah, it's all this sort of. I wonder if they'll be disappointed when they finally get it. But
yeah.
It's bloody. I mean, I'm very happy it's being made because fuck's sake, people who are fans of the series didn't get to fucking see the end of it.
Yeah,
so.
poor old Rob Florence is completely screwing his TV show now about announcing it coming out, wasn't it? That was his big thing.
Was it?
On his BBC show, yes.
Oh.
Trying to get Sega to produce Shenmue 3. Sega are nothing to do with this game either.
No, it's for Sony, isn't it? Well, they're kickstarting, and then I think that the Kickstarter is purely to gauge interest.
The Kickstarter was pure tokenism. I think they essentially turned around and said, sorry, we don't really need the money, to be honest.
Yeah,
it was just
pure
a gauge
interest and get people excited.
It's a pretty shitty thing to do to fans, though. So we're not even going to consider it as you put a certain amount of money towards it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you understand it from their point of view in that, oh, God, what if nobody wants it, blah, blah, blah. Well, fuck, if they put $2 million up front, then obviously they do. But yeah, it is kind of... Yeah, it leaves a slightly odd taste in the mouth, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just feels like you're a cattle.
And fuck me, the Kickstarter has been super successful. I mean, they wanted 2 million. They're already up to 3.6. It's not finished yet.
That's almost as much as your Game Child Kickstarter.
That is, yes. We only spent 100,000 on the film. The rest went on Riyadh's director boots. They're a fucking good pair of boots, though. I don't in any way.
No, at least you won't be spending it on any game shows anytime soon. Then.
Yes. So not bloody planning on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's an odd one, but I'm glad it's being made.
Yeah, I'm glad it's being made. So, but I think they should re-release the first two in the meantime.
Oh God, they've got to. They've absolutely got to. It's far too long since the first.
There's nice people, yeah, and the game ended at such a weird spot that unless you've played the first two and been refreshed or something, unless they release a Shenmue 2 the movie like they did in the Xbox version of Shenmue 2.
Oh yeah,
which is a machinima movie, wasn't it?
No, so they definitely need to re-release the first two. Definitely. Hell, if they've got any sense, they'll give you them with Shenmue 3. That'd be a great way of doing it. They won't. They'll try and sell them separately, obviously.
No, I don't think so. Well, I did know for a long time that Sega said that if anybody pitched up the money, they would make it an exclusive. They're more than happy to make an exclusive.
Oh, well, that's happened.
So maybe next year they might announce a new Streets of Rage.
Oh.
Probably won't. Because Sega don't care anymore. Sega, the worst company in the whole industry about treating their old licenses.
Yeah.
Unless it's called Sonic.
Well, I'm looking forward to Streets of Rage cards.
Yes.
What else did we have?
They announced a remake of Final Fantasy VII.
God, at last. After that appalling announcement earlier where it was just like, oh, we're re-releasing the PC version.
Yeah.
Like, what? What the fuck are you on? You know, no, they're finally doing it, aren't they? But it's not like a HD, step up type thing. It's a full remake, isn't it? It's be interesting to see what to do with it.
It's not a precise remake per se.
Yeah.
It's going to be a reimagining.
That's what I meant. Sorry, yeah, it's not just going to be,
okay.
Here it is again in HD. It will actually be changed.
No, so it does.
Which I'm totally down for. If I want to play the original version, it still exists and it's still very good.
But I don't know, it's a bit of a double-edged sword that you do want something. I think a lot of people have got this game in their head and it's sort of rose-tinted spectacles about how great it was. If you go back and play it, it's not as good as you remember.
Yeah, there are some fucking annoying things and sort of early day mistake choices and stuff which they can now fix. I think that's probably a good thing. Yeah, hopefully we'll end up with a massively superior one and not
just a bunch of random encounters.
Or Star Wars special editions.
And references to Cloud dressing up as a woman. And maybe Aerith won't even die in this one. There's a mix.
I think she'll die twice.
But you only live once.
But she can die twice because
she's
materia. I'm genuinely looking forward to that. I think it's got to the stage where I wouldn't mind playing it again. I haven't played it since it first fucking came out on the PS1.
I've got a thing about every time I got a new successive PlayStation console, I would transfer my Final Fantasy save to the new memory card.
God, I do still have my save with fucking Knights of the Round and all the crazy shit in it.
Yeah,
Gold Chocobo.
I've got an entire stack of old PlayStation 1 memory cards. Most of them are freebies when I've ordered something from Gameplay over the years. Do you remember that?
Yeah, for like a year and a half, all you had to do was say their name out loud, like Lord Voldemort, and a bloody memory card would appear.
You look into the mirror at midnight and just say Gameplay, Gameplay, Gameplay. And a Nintendo 64 extension cable will suddenly appear in your hand.
Covered in bees.
And PlayStation 1 memory cards.
Those were the days. Looking forward to that. There's Hitman reboot going on, isn't there?
Yes.
Is it a reboot or a sequel? Yeah, it's hard to tell, isn't it?
Sequel. It's because they're calling it Hitman.
So it's not a reboot. They're just going back to the original.
Yeah, just renaming it to the first one because that's brilliant.
Yeah.
And there's no sign of Bret Hart in it, unfortunately. So
that's no good. Although I do hear that Brutus the Barber Beefcake is going to be the final boss.
And the Undertaker in a high-pitched voice.
Yeah, oh god. Suburban Commander. Did we see anything about it?
Of Final Fantasy VII, we're talking about.
The Hitman reboot.
Hitman. No, they just done sort of generic trail of him jumping about and look who's back. And
they said they were going to make it more sort of less linear than Absolution, which wasn't really much of a Hitman game at all. Avoidy
Man.
Yeah. Avoidy Man.
Well, half the game is you avoiding people rather than killing them. I mean, there's those bloody levels where you have to walk through like a library and not get caught by police and stuff. And that's not an assassin. You just go around breaking everybody's neck or garrotting them.
We'd be a very good assassin if he was killing everybody. Well, at least imprecise, mass murderer. Which actually you used to get in Hitman 2, isn't it, if you just killed everybody?
Well, that's a plot of most of your animation shows, really, isn't it? So kill everybody. But what else did they announce?
Street Fighter 5, not an announcement, but a little bit more.
Are you looking forward to that?
No, I'm not. You know how much I fucking love Street Fighter. It just looks exactly like Street Fighter 4. And I'm going to be honest, for me, Street Fighter 4 was too similar to Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 3 is still my favourite one of the series.
They went back to Street Fighter 2 because I think the casuals didn't like Street Fighter 3 and all that. But they slowly introduced the characters back into Street Fighter 4, didn't they?
Yeah, except the really shit ones like 12. Um,
And,
yeah, nothing gets me excited. It just looks like Street Fighter 4 with massively over-the-top particle effects when you hit things.
Exactly, and it's also got. Oh, it's actually got some Street Fighter Zero characters, isn't it? Street Fighter Alpha, like Birdie. Well,
Birdie's back.
Technically, Street Fighter 1. But, yeah.
Yeah.
They should just remake Street Fighter 1, really. I'm surprised they've never done that.
That would be interesting. Get old Retsu and then back.
Yes, and get Tex to produce it again. You know?
Yeah, fucking hell. Then Human Killing Machine. Quan is back. Not that anybody knew he existed in the first place. God almighty. No Man's Sky.
Yes.
Showing.
That's which is basically Minecraft in space, really.
I don't know. It doesn't seem to be any building of stuff. I don't really understand what there's going to be to do. I mean, it's fucking amazing that you can fly up straight from a planet's surface, etc.
What you need to do is go to these planets, mine for resources, and then sell them at space stations. So it's a bit like a casual version of Elite.
Yeah. So I was thinking, it's a bit like Frontier.
Yes. Except not shit.
Yeah.
And not being constantly raided by pirates every 5 seconds on a flight path.
Fucking Frontier, then. Yeah, it looks really fucking cool, but I'm slightly worried there's not going to be that much to do. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's a casual game that you play for like 5-10 minutes, and suddenly, hopefully, you'll find a planet nobody's inhabited, so you can name it after yourself.
Ah, the world of Bumhole.
Yeah, why is there so many planets in this solar system called Penis?
Basically, 9/10 of them are called Penis, and the rest are called Hitler.
Yeah.
If your mate at the Little Big Planet moderators is anything to go by. God. There was a couple of interests. There was an odd one, Firewatch, where you're the fireman in Yellowstone Park in the 80s.
That reminded me a bit of Rust, actually.
Yeah, visually, very much so. And you've got the Bioshock thing going on of talking to somebody a lot over a radio.
Yes.
So I think you talk back in a more...
Would you kindly chop down that telegraph pole?
Thank you there.
Those damn splicers.
Goddamn splicers.
Yeah. It's me all along, Frank 14. I was putting on an Irish accent.
It turns out one of the things we wise guys can do is imitate the Irish.
Aaron Ryan can't understand me if I'm putting on an Irish accent.
Oh, top of the morning to you. Would you kindly? Not me. I'm a gangster. You think this is bad? Wait till you see the final boss, which is also me.
It's slightly disappointing. I've turned into Seth from Street Fighter 4.
Oh, like fucking Seth, actually. God. You kill him by getting a lot of small children to stick needles in him, which is different. Oh, and Dreams. Now, this seems to be a big jump into trying to get YouTubers and, probably Twitch streamers on board.
And Knight's not into.
Yeah, no, sadly not Knight's into. It's like a sort of game maker thing, but far more involved in Little Big Planet.
What about Project Spark?
That kind of reminds me of that, but I don't know enough about Project Spark other than it existed.
But it's free. It's free on Xbox.
Nobody ever talks about it.
And you can get they've made a whole Conquer game on it now.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if it's definition of a whole Conquer game, but it's got Conquer in it.
Another one for 360 called Just Create or something, wasn't there? Again, nobody ever mentions either of them, really.
Yeah, maybe because they don't want to bring out Nazis and
penis.
Yes.
But yeah, Dreams looks interesting. I mean, from what they had built was very impressive, but you don't know how far you can stretch from the
you can build an old man playing a piano. I mean, that's just the height of human creativity, and I definitely.
That is what games have been missing: more old men on pianos.
Old men bobbing their heads playing a piano.
That's it. That's the next Battlefield game. That's why it's been delayed. Battlefield, old men and pianos. You can choose to be the old men or the pianos.
Or the bobbing neck.
Ah, no, bobbing neck is DLC.
Oh, okay.
Now, that looks interesting. I think it's very much a play to try and get the sort of, the big YouTuber gamey people on board.
Well, they're too busy screaming and pretending to be shocked by things.
Yes, or Actually, I don't know why I said all. That's pretty much it, isn't it?
All they want to do is just bloody Five Nights at Freddy's sequels endlessly. That's all they want.
It seems to be able to release one every 3 weeks, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that's it for Sony, I think, isn't it? It was quite a good one because there was, a lot of old stuff people wanted to see, which was nice, but also some interesting new games. I mean, the Firewatch Dreams, Last Guardian, well, no, that's a new announcement, but it's a new game, and Horizon Zero Dawn all interest me. I don't think I've ever seen a single bloody E3 demonstration before.
Oh, Uncharted 4 and the game didn't work. They forgot to charge the batteries on the joypad, and he just stood there for 5 minutes.
No!
Did you see it?
No, I didn't. I was told this from written stuff. I didn't watch the Sony one.
Oh, okay. So right at the end, they showed you a trailer thing for, a gameplay trailer of Uncharted 4, and when they're playing it live, and they forgot to charge a joypad, and the joypad died. So they had to reset.
God, that's somebody's job. Oh,
they had to reset the game. Bloody. Maybe they got a Bill Gates dirty stare when they got a blue screen when he showed off Windows XP.
Oh, yeah.
Did you remember that?
I bloody do, man. Gee, I'd forgotten Uncharted 4 was even mentioned.
No Last of Us 2.
No, they're sitting on that one.
Though I have heard from sources that Last of Us 2 will be completely new characters. It won't be Ellie and...
I think it should be.
It won't be Ellie and Bearded Man.
Yeah, Beard Man and Ellie.
Bearded, yeah, Troy Baker.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. You don't always have to retread all the same bloody stuff all the time.
It's also set in a zombie apocalypse world. I'm sure there's more than 2 people in that world.
You would hope so. There's at least 4 in Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead 3 is still another one that's outstanding.
Well, anything with a 3 in it from Valve is just outstanding.
Oh, God, yeah. There was supposed to be Half-Life 2 Episode 3, Half-Life 3.
Portal 3.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah.
Team Fortress 3. Probably not, but...
yeah. I don't know what they do for a Portal 3. They'll have to rethink it a bit, I think.
Well, the original design for the game was called F-Stop.
Oh.
And it's basically about getting perspectives right of light and dark to see things.
Oh.
So, do you remember those Joker riddles in Arkham Asylum?
Oh, yes.
Stand in the right position to get them right.
Yeah.
A bit like that.
Oh.
That was the original premise for the game. Except they forgot about it. Yeah.
I had no idea. Fucking hell, that went a bit off track. Well, that's the lot for Sony, I think.
We've got Activision, which is...
Fuck me, I haven't even got notes on that one. Did they actually announce anything?
Well, they announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, which nobody gives a shit about. Black Ops 3, which only people under the age of 12 gives a shit about. They are going to make an HD remastered collection of Prototype, because everybody was scrambling for another fucking Prototype reboot, weren't they?
What the blithering fuck?
Yes, an HD remaster of Prototype.
Gee, I somehow hadn't even picked up that Activision had done a bloody thing. That's how much interest they had garnered. I didn't even know they'd done a fucking announcement.
Yeah.
God almighty. Did they announce anything new?
No, probably no. This is Activision we're talking about. Oh, Guitar Hero Live as well.
Oh God, is that... I thought the plastic bubble had burst.
No, ask Big Boy Barrett's still alive and kicking. Because they are Mad Cats are producing the official guitar for it this time. So so you will be adding more to your arbitrary mass collection of guitars from old console generations.
Well, as long as I've got a new Tony Hawk's in order to play on my big plastic skateboard.
Did you get one of Tony Hawk's rides?
Of course not, Larry. Do you think there's something hideously wrong?
Oh, I thought you have, haven't you?
No, I genuinely haven't. Never even seen one, actually.
Oh, okay. I got 2 of the bloody things.
One for each foot.
I got one for each belly. But no, it's no, I got Toys R Us giving away for $10 each.
Fuck
so
me. I would have bought one for $10.
And then the PR company wrote to me and said, "Do you want one?"
Oh,
all right, then.
Oh God, you don't turn that down.
Yeah, it's free in that, and I think the postage costs more than the bloody skateboard. It's so heavy, but yeah, no, I got 2 of them. I've never used them because they only go up to a certain weight. So either I have to sit on a chair and that pretend to be skateboarding, but this is constant. They're making you constantly trying to. Over the years, they want you to get up and dance and jump about, and that you just can't be bothered to do that. It's exerting enough energy using your thumbs to press things, really, isn't it? Let alone getting up and waving like you're bloody epileptic in a disco, really, isn't it?
Well, I'm surprised by the resurgence of Guitar Hero. I really am.
Well, Bobby Kotick noticed that there was no arbitrary plastic crap on the market anymore. So
yeah, people are fucking sick of it, aren't they?
They were even trying to put them into Call of Duty. You know, they were going to release one with a plastic gun.
Come on, man! Everyone got bored of that for the Wii.
Exactly.
All the attachment sets are in Poundland within a fucking year of the thing coming out. Well, any more joy from Activision? Have they got any new IP?
No, this is Activision. They fear new. It's one of their swear words. Never go up to Bobby Kotick and say the word new.
He wets himself.
Or original.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well,
in fact, I am going
to have guitars.
I am going to have to look it up on the internet to see what he does. There is some information. IGN have announced a World War II game being made by Activision, and this is them. But then again, this is IGN.
Yeah.
And you can't spell ignorant without IGN.
It does stand for Irate Gamer News, so you can't always believe everything it says.
No, it was a load of bollocks. It's a boring article from IGN. They're even advertising Arkham Knight at E3, and so it was out in about 3 days. Why are you doing a big thing about it there?
They want to get everyone excited for the PC version.
Oh, well, Activision announced that all the maps for Call of Duty is now going to be exclusive to the PS4 for a month early or something like that.
Oh, for fuck's sake, guys. Stop waving your dicks around and fucking ruining games.
I know. I mean, they talk about sort of closing the gates after the horse has bolted. Nobody really cares about Call of Duty that much now.
Oh, God. Why? Oh, everything's bloody pre-order bonuses and quasi-exclusive this and timed fucking release.
Oh, loads of Bungie DLC as well for Destiny.
Oh.
Destiny the Taken King, which is sort of Destiny 1.5.
Oh. That's sort of never quite caught on, Destiny, did it?
I know. I lent you my copy. You've still not bloody played it with me.
I have played it, but I've only got through the tutorial and just thought, oh, this is quite FPS-y, and haven't gone back through it. Then Bloodborne came out. Is it actually worth spending any time with?
It's all right playing it with a friend because you've got somebody to talk to. Sort of company loves misery. Misery loves company.
Companies love misery. The story of Activision.
That's Activision's motto. Company motto.
Oh dear.
Activision bringing a bit of everything to E3, which is a news report from legitreviews.com. Never heard of them before.
As opposed to legit reviews.
Oh, a new bloody Skylanders. This time the gimmick is...
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Sorry, I do that every time somebody mentions Skylanders. Have they got vehicles yet, Larry?
They have.
Fucking called it.
And the Nintendo version, you could plug amiibos into it.
Oh, now that completely surprises me. I was not expecting a crossover with amiibos.
It was, yeah. Well, only Donkey Kong and Bowser, not anybody else at the moment.
Oh. Not Hitler or Penis Man or anything like that.
No.
That is interesting. I did not expect any crossover between, any of the fucking quasi-toy video game franchise stuff.
Right. And actually, that Lego one looks quite good, doesn't it?
Yeah, but have you seen the fucking prices?
I have. It's like 30 quid, isn't it, for an add-on pack?
I know, the add-on pack is like 4 bricks and a Marty McFly. It's fucking ludicrous.
That's the Docs DLC. But they got some good ones, though. Apart from Back to the Future, they've also got Portal, and they've got Doctor Who.
Yeah. Which is interesting, because they had their own range of little Lego-type figures, didn't they?
Yeah, those...
character building or whatever, yeah.
And I think something else that was quite interesting. Smokey and the Bandit, I don't know.
A more obscure 70s movie franchise.
It's a brand new... It's a Telltale Games new Lego game. Lego Smokey and the Bandit.
It's just going to get more and more obscure. Lego Press Gang,
Yeah.
Lego Callum.
Yeah, Lego Schindler's List.
Oh, God! Oh. The problem is, you can kind of imagine how that would work, and that would just be horrific. Oh, my God.
Lego Superman 4, where he used to pull the bricks together with his laser vision.
Yeah, fucking hell. Lego. Lego Telltale Games Lego Game Designer.
Lego Stickle Bricks.
Oh, dear.
Lego...
That's what I want to see now. Lego Stickle Bricks.
Lego Playmobil. So.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
So, yeah, no, they are bloody expensive for what they are. I was looking forward to that, but I didn't... And I put so much bloody money into my... I've pre-ordered Metal Gear Solid 5, the one with the arm. That's £100.
One with an arm?
Yes, what? You get... you know that, like, in Terminator 2, he's got like a robot arm in a glass jar. He looks just like that. Because he gets his arm cut off in the end of Ground Zeroes.
Oh.
Have you played Ground Zeroes?
No, I fucking hate Metal Gear Solid. I really like the first one, but I was looking forward to the second, thinking they've got to cut out this fucking Sub-Z movie cutscene bullshit and give us more gameplay, and it went totally the other way.
Well, it's only £3 on PS4 now.
I believe it's currently...
Free. It's free this month, actually, if you've got PSN Plus.
It is indeed. No.
Go on, download it. You've only got a couple of days.
Fuck off. There's no response to that. No, seriously. After I didn't play it for years, I went and played a bit of Metal Gear Solid 4, which was basically cutscenes for the retarded with some gameplay that didn't quite work. And it's like the opposite of entertainment. I cannot get my head around it.
Oh, it probably needed Norman Reedus in it. And...
The only Metal Gears I liked were the first Metal Gear Solid and the one on the fucking MSX.
Oh.
And that is it.
I feel asleep.
Yes. It's the main reason I liked it. What else have we got going on?
We haven't even discussed Nintendo.
Oh, no. Shall we do Nintendo now?
We should do, yes.
Yeah.
Disappointment Central. Let's round up half the game with fucking Muppets and talking about Nintendo World Champions.
Oh, I'd forgotten the Muppets thing. That was odd. It kind of worked, but they didn't have a live show at all, did they? It was all pre-rec. That was surprising, yeah. And
it was all officially done by the Jim Henson Company as well.
Oh, do you know, I thought they were fucking good.
Yes.
I know the answer to that, yeah. I suppose if you are going to do something like that, do it properly, you know.
Exactly, yes.
On the downside, fucking hell, it was a disappointment, wasn't it?
It was. They had the Nintendo World Championships. Amazingly, America won a game.
There's a surprise.
It's like the Baseball World Series of video games, isn't it?
It's not fucking fair, because every year Fred Savage brings his brother, who knows all the warp zones.
Yes.
And then the crazy kid with the mullet has that power glove, and no other countries have a chance.
Yes. And he knows tactical locations of California.
Yeah.
And he can get to level... He can get 58,000 points on Double Dragon, even though it's actually literally impossible to do that. So...
That's because he can break reality.
Yeah.
That's why the power glove is so bad.
So yeah, keep your Rayman kid off our video games.
So, the one good thing from the Nintendo, Star Fox Wii U.
Yes, and even that was disappointing because that didn't look that good.
Oh, do you know, I must admit, I've been avoiding footage because I was quite excited
about it.
Okay,
it looks like a Wii game. So.
Ow! Yeah, I shake my fist in...
And you can use the Wii pad to look around in your cockpit.
Oh, but that's going to be incredibly bulky and awkward.
Exactly.
Oh.
So that was a downside. There was no news about...
That's the one thing I got out of it.
Oh.
I'm genuinely disappointed now.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I
like crushing your dreams every year, doing this podcast.
Well, it still might be fun.
I feed off your tears.
Nintendo fucking seem to these days. Super Mario Maker makes some 8-bit Mario.
Shut us about 90% of their presentation. Oh, Super Mario Maker, yes. Because nobody's been doing that for hacking ROMs for the last 50 billion years.
Basically, as long as I can turn Mario into a mutated Pikachu and have a level made out of dicks and swastikas, then, it will be exactly like the things you can get off the ROM sites.
Yeah, everybody's just going to be making these super impossible Kaizo Mario Brothers levels again. Yeah. Except you can play them with new Super Mario Brothers graphics.
Whoopsie-doodle.
Yes.
Then there's a new Metroid game announced, but it's some 3DS thing without Sheamus.
Sheamus? The ginger bloke from WWE.
Yeah. The Metroid games now star a new obscure Irishman.
Obscure Irish wrestlers, yeah. Well, that's why. That's why everybody's
for Seamus.
That's why everybody's going on change.org to have it cancelled because they've got. Because it hasn't got the main protagonist anymore. It's just got wrestlers in it.
This has just proven how fucking bad my handwriting has got over the years.
Well, you are a doctor after all. I mean, you're supposed to have bad handwriting.
Doctor. You can read my signature.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Take 2 each day and see me in the morning, yeah. Take 2 shitty Nintendo games and see me in the morning. Yeah?
But my thought process was brilliant when I was just reading that out. I was like, oh, it's probably 3DS Metro game with that show. Hang on, who the fuck's Seamus? Oh, right, yes. But yeah, the fucking main character isn't in it.
No,
games are all about her.
You've got 4 characters that look like her, but aren't.
Oh, great.
So it's basically sort of they're doing this sort of co-op Left 4 Dead thing. Or maybe a bit like a Nintendo-eyed version of Evolve. Because that was brilliant, wasn't it, Evolve?
Well, I'm desperately trying to get my brain around it. Which one? Oh, God, was that the one that was massively marketed for ages?
Yes.
Turned out to be hugely disappointing.
Well,
and
it's 4 players versus 1 monster.
That was it. Nice idea, but there was just nothing to it, was there?
There wasn't. They didn't even do the obvious thing on using the Automatics monster as their theme tune in the trailer. I mean, that's the most obvious song in the history of ever, and they never used it. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster?
No, it's DLC.
Yes, it's microtransactions in full force.
The different versions of it and pre-order bonuses were amazing. I saw the sort of table trying to tabulate them, and it was just absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, basically you have to buy 3 or 4 versions to get everything, wasn't it? It's a bit like Watch Dogs.
Except it was slightly more important because it was like fucking different monsters and stuff, wasn't it? You know.
Well, it wasn't even that. It was different coloured monsters. It's the same monsters, so it was just different.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Just reskins.
Yeah. Well, not even that. Just different colours.
Oh fuck!
So
the way I read it, I thought they
were
bloody. You had to have certain versions to get certain monsters or something.
Well, if you got the season pass, you got a different choice of colours of monsters. I don't see the point of customisation a character that you can't bloody see.
Yeah.
I mean, only other people can see what your choices are, and I don't see the point in that.
God, I don't know. It's just. I'm sorry to say that's just disappointing. But speaking of disappointing, they then announced Animal Crossing, but it was some sort of board game for the Wii U.
So Mario Party
isn't in it.
Why did they? Why do they love bloody Animal Crossing? They keep sticking that in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, half that Mario Kart 8 last year, and they announced, we're going to bring out 2 new add-on packs. A Zelda one, yay! And Animal Crossing. And there goes past a tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do a Metroid one?
Tell you what, though, I wish I'd bought the fucking Animal Crossing Villager amiibo.
Why?
Because it's now worth more than my fucking house, I think.
I bought one.
Cool. You're all right then.
I bought one, yes. I got it from some guy I know on YouTube. He's a Scottish guy. I've forgotten his name. Monkey Spaz. That's his name. Don't laugh at him.
It's only on YouTube. Would you say, oh, yeah, my friend Monkey Spaz?
Yeah.
Playground insults are now names. I was having a Wii Fit trainer. I wish I hadn't fucking done
I remember that. You won't shut up about your bloody Wii Fit trainer.
I couldn't get over how
I really wanted that as well. You wouldn't sell it to me, you sod.
No, it was a gift.
It don't matter. It's not like you've never given me somebody else's gift before.
I keep giving you all my Christmas jumpers for my grand.
So Noel Edmonds has to go without because you've seen me so many.
No, I can't give that away. How else will I look at a very strangely proportioned woman pulling her own foot off?
And she's going to be a Mario Maker as well.
Oh, for God's sake.
Got an 8-bit sprite of her doing that funny pose.
Great.
And I also got the gold Mario as well, before that skyrocketed.
Oh, God. What is the deal with the amiibos? I mean, talk about manufacturing scarcity. It's frighteningly so.
I do that.
We're going to release 12 of this one.
Yes, we're going to release half of this one.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut it in half. We're gonna have a fight like in the end of Bedwars and Broomsticks, and the other half is gonna be given.
The joke is, I thought, when these go down in price to almost nothing, I'll get Marth. That ain't going to happen.
No. The other half's owned by, what's his name? The guy from the Generation game.
Bruce Forsyth.
Bruce Forsyth, yes, because he played the Spiv. Oh, fucking hell, I've ruined this joke. I've ruined this bloody joke.
I didn't get there. I've got it now. Yeah, Ben Knobs and Brie, he played this. Yes, I'm with you.
And David, what's his name? Who was a dad in Mary Poppins.
Yes, he plays the false wizard who's... Oh, God. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, guys. It's a good film.
What's his name? David what?
I don't know.
And his last ever movie was the Wombles movie, which is really sad. There's always these great actors always have a shitty movie to end their career on.
Rail Julia.
Yes, Street Fighter. What's his name? Orson Welles was Transformers.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually Transformers quite good, but yeah, it's just not a very good way to end his career.
I need to get a famous actor on board to die shortly after appearing in my next film.
Ashen, Quest for the Game Sharks 2. Well, we've already filmed half the movie and it was actually Christopher Lee in it.
Yes. We had him replaced with a dentist, like in Plan 9 from Outer Space. I'm actually going to go through a list of old actors who are very... Oh, John Hurt, are we sounding ill? Yeah, see if we get him. Fuck me, he lives locally, actually. No.
It's fucking ghoulish tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I blame Seamus. Another one I was interested in, actually, New Mario Tennis.
Really?
Yeah. Did you not hear of that?
I did, but I just don't get what... You've never...
I quite like... tennis games.
I've known you for nearly 10 years and you've never ever shown any interest in tennis whatsoever.
I don't mind. It's not something I play often, but I'll occasionally go back to like Virtua Tennis, one of my favourites.
Oh yeah, Virtual Tim Henman.
Yeah, one of the only 2 Dreamcast games I still have.
The other one,
Rocket, obviously, because it was free. Oh. And no fucker would buy it off me when I needed money.
I was gonna guess Blue Stinger.
Hey, no. Oh,
Dog's Bowser. There you go. We want an HD remake of Dog's Bowser.
I was in Newcastle last weekend. I went in the second-hand shop. They had 2 Saturn games. Guess what they were?
Daytona and Virtua Fighter.
No, they were the 2 slightly more obscure ones that we always used to see that are now never normally seen in second-hand shops.
Oh.
Blam Machine Head and...
Tunnel B1.
Yes, correct. Seriously, I couldn't believe it. And they didn't even have the obvious ones like Daytona and Virtua Fighter 2. Yeah, just had 1 copy of each. And I don't actually have either, so I bought Tunnel B1, but they wanted a fortune for Blam Machine Head, like £18 or something, whereas Tunnel B1 was like 4.
Well, it's not worth it, Blam Machine Head. It's still common.
Yeah, it's not worth anything. Shite game as well.
Also, it's a British game, so nobody gives a shit about
it. Terrible name.
Well, it's 90s, isn't it? That just sounded cool. That was very Jamie Hewlett, wasn't it? Calling something like that.
I mean, good job we've now got totally meaningful names like Horizon Zero Dawn.
You mean Janet and the...
Yeah, Janet and the Robosaurs.
Yeah.
What else was there?
What was the name of those things from that 80s show? That French cartoon that had robots in it.
Oh, God. Could be one of many things.
Robosaurs. Let's call them.
There's Dino Saucers.
It's French.
Dino Ride.
And we talked about it a couple of years ago because you knew the name on it and I didn't.
Oh, balls. Sounds like I've forgotten what it is now.
That's what you get for getting old.
Yeah.
My knowledge of 80s pop culture ITV cartoons was slowly fading.
I remember being French.
And one of the enemy, one of them had, the bad guy had a sort of giant Darth Vader helmet.
Now it's sounding familiar and annoying me. Oh man, that's going to bug me now.
Let's ask Benzai. He knows because it's.
Do you remember anything else about it?
It was a girl, and she was trying to get back to the whole planet being populated by robots, and she was helping the good robots attack the bad robots. And one of the bad robots was one with a giant Darth Vader helmet.
God, no, that's not ringing a bell at all. Obviously, I knew because I knew last time.
I put it on my bloody liked folders as well on YouTube. So, because somebody, like the final ever episode, somebody uploaded to YouTube, and this is going to go on far too long on this podcast now. We're talking about
That's how good Nintendo's releases were.
Wasn't there anything else? Oh, they didn't announce the new Zelda game, but they announced a game using the Link Between Worlds engine, which is basically a remake of Four Swords.
Oh.
Which nobody cares about.
No, not really. The Hyrule Warriors is coming to 3DS.
Yes, everybody cheered for that. Said nobody ever.
Exactly. Now we can play it in far, far lower resolution, so we can almost not see what's going on. Though I did hear Shameless is going to be playable.
Oh, that's good.
Interesting, yeah.
And Rink.
And people just skate on him. There was the only other one I can remember is the Yoshi game.
Yoshi's Woolly World.
That's it.
Yes, where he ventures around abandoned Woolworth stores. And...
Yoshi's Willy World, the sequel, is probably best not played.
Oh, that's a creative DLC. That Nazi.
God. Where are we now? Nintendo. Square Enix had one, didn't they?
Squeenix, yes.
Squeenix.
I must admit, I didn't actually watch that one.
I didn't. I genuinely didn't. Or did I? No, I think I did actually, because I remember seeing Just Cause 3.
Oh, okay. What?
Which is pleasing because Just Cause 2, massive amounts of fun.
Yeah, I did like that. They, if you got the PC version, they added a multiplayer patch. You can have like hundreds of other people on the map.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Really good fun there. Hopefully they'll sort of bring that into it again.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
If they just tighten it up a bit so it doesn't feel so floaty, it'll be fucking amazing, really.
It dies so easy from random rocket launchers you couldn't see off screen or something.
Yes, that didn't fucking help either. It's another one of those games that's a lot of fun if you piss around. If you start doing the missions, it's a bit kind of...
Yeah, it just gets difficult, yeah.
Exactly. A million fucking Final Fantasy spin-offs, as ever.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody gives a fucking shit about. And they're rebooting Nier, aren't they? Naya.
Yeah, so near, but so far.
Actually. Yeah. But it surprised me, because that seemed like... It was an interesting game. It didn't quite work, and it wasn't very successful.
I've got it, but I've never actually played it.
It's really fucking odd. There's like a level that's an old-fashioned text adventure and stuff. It's a very strange game, but it doesn't really work. And it's a pity, because there's a lot of clever stuff in it, but it just doesn't come together. So I think a sort of a reboot of that, if they get it right, could be fucking brilliant, actually.
That is a shame.
Kingdom Hearts 3, which really surprised me, because I thought Kingdom Hearts 3 already existed. So.
Well, they had sort of a 3DS one that wasn't one. Death of blah blah blah.
That's it. I probably thought that was 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bit of a younger demographic than us, I think. Kingdom Hearts 3. Basically, it's for fetuses
people who like Disney.
Yeah. And another Deus Ex sequel.
Oh yes. So what? I'm surprised they haven't done an HD remaster of that actually, because
yeah, I'm pretty surprised they're doing another. It must have sold quite well. I thought it was really weak, but there we go. I mean, the first Deus Ex was great. The sequel was crap, and that one weren't great either. It's odd as well, because they're now doing a sequel to the prequel. So it must be getting quite hard to work out the timeline.
A sequel to the prequel, so that's an interquel.
That's it?
An interquel, yes.
God. As long as it's got that weird bug where some of the characters are literally reduced to a talking pair of breasts, then everyone will be happy again. You ever see that?
I have not, no.
You look that up on YouTube. It literally happens. You go back to an NPC in a certain, after certain things happen, and this bug means it so it's just a pair of breasts sitting on the floor talking to you.
Oh, that's brilliant. What game's this again?
That is Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Oh, wow.
I don't know which version, to be fair. That really bugs me. Some people call it Deus EX. Not realising it's a truncated Latin quote.
No, I thought people calling it Deus Ex.
It's where you go around having a shit.
Yeah.
God almighty. I think that's it for Squeenix. Yeah, there was nothing major from them really.
See, they need to announce some sort of cool reboot, maybe a new what's that game on the Super Nintendo that everybody loves? It's like a launch game.
Pilot Wings?
Not Pilot Wings. No, it's a Square Enix game. Well, Enix.
Oh, yes, of course.
Enix game. It's got really good music.
No, not too good on the old SNES, mate.
I bloody know. It's going to... Second we finish this, I'm going to bloody remember it as well. It's an annoying thing.
But until then, there's nothing we...
And it's like a God Sim as well. It's a cross between a God Sim and a platform game.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh,
you know what it is now.
Not Landstalker, Earthbound. Oh, God. Ah. I've never played it, but I know of it. It's very well. It's very hard.
And there's a sequel as well.
Oh, bloody hell! Oh well, it will come to us.
I'm sure everybody will be
years
posting it and screaming at us in the comments as well again.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah,
Nintendo, but is that the lot after Squeenix? Are those of that weird? Oh no, fucking hell, Bethesda.
Oh yes,
Fallout 4. Yeah.
That does look quite good actually.
I was a bit worried. Did they just kind of look exactly the same as Fallout 3, just prettier? But I'm sure there'll be.
Well, if you look at Fallout 3, it's very boxy inside. ActRaiser.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes, good man.
I told you so. Second we go off the conversation, it just pops in your head.
Yeah, bloody
same.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I fucking loved Fallout 3, but I was kind of had my fill. I only did one of the DLCs, and then wasn't interested in the rest, and I wasn't interested in New Vegas. So hopefully,
I did quite like New Vegas. But...
I hear it's good. I'd kind of had my fill of Fallout 4 by then. Do you know what I mean? I fucking loved it. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I did notice recently looking at all the boxy insides of the levels and like all the buildings you go in, none of them ever got windows.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's yeah, absolutely. It will be nice to be prettier, but yeah, they need some engine upgrades and some.
Well, hopefully they can do the whole game without having to load it, because in Batman Arkham Knight you can actually go in every single building and it doesn't load.
Holy shit! I did not know that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, but then again, you've got the PC version.
Yeah, I've got the PC
you wouldn't know that.
So turn it on, and then 3 weeks later, it's like PC by post.
It's a gaming revolution.
Dishonored 2, that was this. Well, I think we all saw that one coming.
And an HD remaster of Dishonored 1 as well.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't pick up on that.
Mm.
That's a shame, because I was watching it as well. Do you know, I might wait and play the HD remix of Dishonored 1. Oh, mind you, I've got it on PC. It's probably similar enough. Still haven't got around to fucking playing it. It's meant to be really good.
Do you prefer playing on PC then?
It depends on the game very much. My basic rule is if it's an FPS or a strategy thing, usually PC. Anything else, third-person stuff, I generally prefer on console. I would have gone for PS4 Arkham Knight, but code came free with graphics card. I'm probably going to have to get on PS4 if I want to fucking play it anyway, but there we go. And a new Doom.
Oh, a Doom, yes, and everybody's moaning about how violent it was. Well, everybody, as in Anita Sarkeesian, because nobody cares about sexism in games anymore. She's run that into the ground. That.
Yeah, I think we were expecting Doom to be quite violent, to be fair.
Yes.
I quite like the look of it. It's gone back to the more, speedier running around shooting.
Yeah, I didn't like Doom. Doom 3 was very quiet, going around stuff as well. It's more stealthy, sort of taking your time.
Fucking weak game. It's slow, plodding jump scares.
Yes.
Oh, I'm now going to go down this weird dead end made of lockers with a bit of ammunition at the end. I wonder if something will jump behind me.
Oh, look, there's a large amount of health here. I don't suppose there's going to be a boss anywhere near soon.
Doom 3 was... it's very pretty for the time, but fucking hell, it sucked ass.
Oh, it looked amazing for the time. But...
Yeah. I like the way they're going back to the original title of Doom as well, because it's, a word with gravitas.
Doom 4.
Doom. Whereas if you just put a number after it, it's just kind of... knocks it all, doesn't it?
I think they abandoned Rage 2 apparently as well.
I'm not fucking surprised. They only sold 3 copies, didn't they? It's one of the quickest discounted games I've ever seen. It was like a $5 within 8 minutes of the shops.
But I think it's because they announced it, and then by the time it come out, Borderlands had already been out, and sort of stole a lot of its thunder. That's my theory, anyway.
I think you could be right, and Borderlands was much better, to be fair.
There ain't no West for the Wicked.
I think, that is it for Bethesda, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Bethesda really knocked it out of the park with Fallout 4, though.
Yeah.
And also they announced that iPad game, Fallout Shelters, or whatever it's called.
Oh, God, I forgot about that. Yeah, I tend to gloss over mobile stuff, but yeah, they say for that kind of thing, it's very, very good, but it's still...
I've heard it gets a bit repetitive after a while, because it's one of those games that you build stuff, please wait 19 hours unless you're prepared to pay £1.60 to get it finished now.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, yeah. or you could, or pay for it and then pretend your son done it by accident. Well,
please, it wasn't my fault.
Yes,
my very ill son.
My non-existent son done it. Well, you know, basically the iPad equivalent of my dog ate my homework for this.
My dog ate my iPad and pressed some buttons on the way down. Oh, God.
So I think that might be it for all of these.
Oh, no, there is one more.
Oh, okay.
For the first time, they had a PC one, didn't they? Just a generic PC show.
Did they? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that completely went past me.
Yeah, seriously. There was things like they showed No Man's Sky again, although they said it was launching on PC same time as PS4, which was a bit of a worry because it was kind of a PC thing, and then, oh God, have Sony got an exclusive on it now, or what's going on? No, that is launching at the same time. David Braben that'll be him, named after an apple.
Yes.
He, fresh out of Elite Dangerous. It was what was it? Planet Coaster. That was it.
The world's largest thing you put your drink on.
Yeah. Sadly not. I think it's going to be just some sort of roller coaster tycoon-y thing. But, you know, some people fucking love those games, so good that we get another one. There was some news about DayZ getting a single-player mode of some type.
Ooh.
Which is odd.
So you can have NPCs going around sniping you for the middle of nowhere and ruining your game.
Yeah, exactly. What more could you ask for? Do you know that game's been in early access for like a year and a half now?
It's been not even longer than that. They've introduced vehicles in it recently.
Oh, at last. Bloody hell.
So,
the thing is, it's still nowhere near finished, is it? I mean, there's no way people are still going to be interested by the time it's fucking finished.
No. And there's so many other games of doing it now. They had that Sony one, whatever it's called. Not DayZ. For God's sake. What's the one Sony done? Warzy or something else.
Oh, Warframe?
No, not Warframe.
No, Warframe's a fucking cyber thing, isn't it? No, I don't know what you're referring to there.
Okay, Sony made one that's just like it. Sort of, it's set in a post-apocalyptic America.
Oh.
Even though I couldn't pronounce post-apocalyptic.
But you just did. And you redeemed yourself.
I did, yes. Extra kudos points for me.
I mean, things like Rust have got very popular. The DayZ people who are playing it, it's really sort of dropped in player numbers, isn't it?
There's another one now as well. It's like a Rust with dinosaurs as well. I've been seeing people play lately.
Oh, that was all over the Steam sale. Mm. Yeah.
Rust with dinosaurs.
Rustosaurs. Janet and the Rustosaurs.
Janet and the Robo-Rustosaurs.
Janet, Seamus and the Rustosaurs.
From the makers of Watch Dogs.
And finally,
see what you did there. We keep bringing back old references. You know, that's really intelligent comedy. That's
It's much
Echoes, better. Much better than the poop jokes you get from PewDiePie people. So
yeah, that's right. This is quality.
Yes.
We say something and then we say it again later.
Robo story.
Janet and the Seamus story.
No, that thing I was telling you about, that French animation thing.
Oh,
Robo story.
I have no memory of that now, and yet somehow I knew the name off the top of my head last time.
Yeah, you did, because you were the one who told me about it.
I have literally no memory of the whole thing.
Oh,
not the setup or the name or anything.
Oh, well, I'll send you a link sometime soon. So.
Thank you. Maybe you've got me confused with somebody else. I hope so. If not, my memory's going completely.
I hope so. No, it's definitely you who told me about it. Most of these things are usually you. And then you forget, and I'll tell you it again, and you sound really interested. You know?
This is the problem. My life is filled with so much fucking trivia and little bits and bobs. I just can't keep everything in my head. I like too many things.
So basically, you use me as a backup drive, do you now?
That's right. The problem is you're only half a terabyte.
Yeah.
Wes on board as well.
I'm a bit like Johnny Mnemonic. My brain's leaking information and that. You know, you've told me this interesting fact about the pollination life of bees and that, and I've just forgotten my childhood. So.
Yes. Alexi sailed in one of those where he learned a fact about the Amazon rainforest and forgot how to walk and just fell over.
Was it that Simpsons joke? He says, "Do you remember when we made me go to that winemaking course and I forgot how to drive?"
Oh, fuck me, that's good on so many levels. The Simpsons, certain parts of The Simpsons in the old days are just fucking untouchable. Man.
Yeah, it's the same. We just completely turned to poo.
Oh well, here's my last E3 thing for you.
Oh, okay.
Expansion DLC for Pillars of Eternity.
Okay.
There we are.
I don't think I've ever played that, but
no, it's Obsidian game, like a modern update to Baldur's Gate, that kind of game. Apparently excellent. It was kickstarted, and unfortunately, I think I will play it eventually, but it's still like 30 quid on PC. Well, I think it's only for PC, so I'll wait till it gets a bit cheaper and give it.
Yeah, probably a Steam sale for £2 or something. Get it then,
or
a humble bundle.
The problem with games like that is I haven't got the fucking time to play them and complete them, so I don't know, it just feels like a waste of fucking money, you know. And
it doesn't feel like when you do it on Steam now. It doesn't feel like that. It just feels like I've got that, and I've got it for that price. I've got it forever now.
Yeah. So when I finally get around to playing it in 2025, and it's hideously outdated.
Yeah, you've got a PC so super powered, you can't even run it anymore. You can't even use some sort of emulation software on it.
Yeah. God, whatever good old games is running, Ben. Well, there we go. I think that, my friend, is E3 2015.
Yes. Does it reflect on our other previous ones? I don't know, because I can't be asked to listen through our old podcast.
Oh, God, no. That's
normally like 2.5 hours long of us blathering on about things that aren't even related to E3, so they're very...
Thank God we didn't do that this time.
That is good. Yes, we're very on the ball this year. And
Yep.
that's why it's several hours too long, this video.
Yes. Basically, if you just cut it down to the facts, there's a new Star Wars game, they're remaking a load of old stuff, and Seamus isn't in Metroid. That's all you need to know.
How does Metroid crawl?
Go on.
No, that's a kid who didn't know how to play the game. He doesn't know how to make Metroid crawl. Oh, never mind. Another reference.
I'm confused by that.
This is a video. Well, it's people used to post, you know, the Miiverse thing that you can actually write things and they'd come up on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody wanted to know how does Metroid crawl when they had a copy of Super Metroid and they don't know how to make how to make Samus crawl.
Oh.
And I thought her name was Metroid.
Oh my God.
So
that's like a friend who thought Monty Python's Flying Circus was about a circus.
That flies.
Couldn't understand the plot thread. So it's just all this random stuff happening.
This is sort of silly British people being nonsensical.
Deary me. Well, that's the lot. I think, yeah, really good. There's a lot of fucking new games I'm excited about, and most of the remakes I'm interested in as well.
It is quite sad that you're more excited about things being remade from 10 years ago than you are about new stuff. I mean, it would have been nice of them to pull out some brand new IPs, but...
Well, I think there is a good few brand. I think in general, you're right. One of those things, if you make the fatal error of reading internet discussion threads and that, is that basically the only time they're happy is if it's old stuff they already like being remade. But then they're not happy when it comes out because they haven't done it right.
Yeah.
But no, from my point of view, No Man's Sky, interesting. Yes. We already knew, but
Janet and the Robosaurs.
Yeah, basically Janet and the Robosaurs, or Janet versus the Robosaurs. There we are, update it a bit. And For Honor looks good.
For Honor, yes.
Dreams, interesting. Firewatch maybe as well. Yeah, there's some interesting new stuff in there.
So it's an interesting balance.
Yeah, I think so.
And like I said, there was some interesting absences as well.
Yeah. So do you know something that really fucking surprised me that it wasn't there?
What's that?
My lost hat. No.
Somebody coming up to you at E3 and wondering why you're dressed as Hitman, but you've got hair.
Yes. I told you, when I went with Ubisoft... Oh, I'm saying fucking Ubisoft now. When I went to Ubisoft to Gamescom, when they were doing a new Assassin's Creed 3, I think, and there was sort of some rivalry with Square Enix who were doing the Hitman, I wore my standard black suit with red tie, and then realised on the way there it looked like I was cosplaying as fucking Hitman. And I'm there from the fucking company who they're rivals with. I had to quickly take the tie off, you know. Thank God it's so generic. That's
quite funny because I had Markiplier dressed up as Ezio from Assassin's Creed. And he was presenting for Square Enix.
Oh, God. I had to have had a fight or something. Well, that didn't easy because Hitman has guns. Well,
you got guns now in... What's his name?
Oh, I suppose so.
Well, you got muskets. They're muskets. They're sort of guns because they take like 10 hours to bloody reload.
Yeah, for some fucking great stick with a hole in that fires.
Glorified blunderbusses.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was quite a good balance, I would say. Even though I just gone back on what I just said earlier to make it sound like. So I'll cut that bit out so I look more intelligent instead of just agreeing with what you just said. So I don't look like a complete imbecile.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of old stuff being redone. Don't get me wrong, and there's not that many new IPs, but all the new IPs pretty much looked interesting.
There was a distinct lack of first-person shooters, though.
That is another really fucking good point.
I mean, there's only like generic ones like Call of Duty, Star Wars, and sort of the No Man's Skies and stuff like that. But yeah, that proper first-person shooters, there's been quite a dip in them lately.
Yeah, probably for the fucking best. That's all we've had for like fucking 15 years or something. Well, if you've been into PC gaming, it's all you've had for about 25 years. God. I've just remember the thing I was really surprised wasn't mentioned. Deep Down by Sony.
What's that?
That is, it looks very Dark Soulsy, and it's going to be a free-to-play thing on PS4. And that's about all we know. They haven't actually really given any more information.
Well, that Quantum game from Microsoft's gone all quiet as well.
That's another good point. Do you know, thinking back, I think Deep Down was supposed to come out last year. It's been massively delayed or maybe cancelled or something. I don't know. I was interested to see how that ran, but or indeed exactly what it is. But yeah, no information on it whatsoever, and no information on Quantum.
A lot of the games announced at last year's E3 for Microsoft have not been a no-show.
Oh,
do you remember that one, sort of a Japanese one, where that guy's fighting a dinosaur?
Yeah,
fighting a dragon.
That looked quite interesting.
Yeah, that wasn't there this year, was it?
Yeah, what the fuck happened to that? I said that in a really accusatory tone, as if it's your fault.
I don't know. It's not my blame.
Fuck's sake, Larry, where's your dragon game?
I'm holding you personally responsible.
Yeah.
It'd be a bony. Why wasn't there a sequel to Voodoo Vince this year?
Where's Blast Core 2? Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least I can play the first
Crimson Skies 2.
Yeah, that is odd. That's a real shame, actually. It's fucking annoying when you see something, get quite excited about it, then there's no information for an entire fucking year.
Yeah. Because
now there's probably going to be no more information for another year. You know?
The thing is, they never officially announce a game being cancelled, do they ever, really?
No, that's true.
The only time they do is when they're pressed by the press.
Yeah, and they won't do that until a long time after it's been cancelled and everyone's fucking gone off to work on the potato harvest.
Konami didn't even announce that Silent Hill had been cancelled until they were pressed by gaming media. We just don't feel like making it anymore. Really.
Fucking Konami, man. The fucking fuck Konami is my response to that. We're only making mobile phone games.
Yeah, they're these sort of narrow-minded Japanese companies that only focus on what Japan likes, and they'll just think the rest of the world will come in tow. You know, tow along to what the Japan likes. And
it's been working too well, that business model recently, is it?
Well, especially even Nintendo, they're very reluctant to do multiplayer online games because they said Japanese people don't like playing online.
Yeah. Yeah, they know their market, but their market's a bit narrow, isn't it?
Also, there was a rumour that you might be able to play Nintendo games using Amazon's new app for the Android.
Oh.
So, yes, that might be a thing. I don't know if it's true or not. We'll find out next year when I look like a complete liar. But don't worry, I won't bring it up next year. We'll have forgotten. So.
Yeah, that's the main thing. But we won't even remember that fucking French cartoon about the dinosaurs.
Robo Story.
It wasn't dinosaurs, it was robots. I mean, I forgot what it's about already.
French cartoon with the dinosaurs that aren't dinosaurs.
Le robot.
Le robot.
So, last thing, going back to the dreaded Ashen game.
Oh, yes.
What is it actually about? It looked kind of...
I've not even looked at it, to be honest.
Oh. I haven't particularly either. Yeah, it looks sort of cartoony and a little bit...
Oh, is it that you're in a cave or something?
I don't know, you're sort of... The bit I saw, you were kind of outside a drawbridge or something? I was going to say it's all a bit grey, but
it's inspired by Ico, apparently.
Ah, do you know, I didn't want to say that, but there was a very big hint of that in both the look of the graphics and also there seemed to be some sort of teamwork thing going on. Yeah. But interesting.
I don't like the fact they say everything's influenced by Ica. Well, it is a game without any bloody enemies in it. That's everything. It's Ica influence. No, you haven't put any bloody enemies in the game. It's just an empty map. Basically, I could just go around and sing. I could play Halo with nobody else playing in the game. And I could call that Ica inspired because there's nobody else playing.
Only if you hold hands with a girl who doesn't like shadows.
Yes.
Or a feathered flying dog monster. Either is good. I really hope that the monster thing from The Last Guardian is called Seamus.
Oh, there you go. I've looked up. Kotaku's got the trailer on their YouTube channel. First comment I come across is, I thought it'd be a Poundland simulator.
I really hope they're as confused as fuck in their social media people.
And somebody replied, I thought of Ashes too.
He's a pyromaniac.
Yeah, so he can't even get your name right. And that's
fuckers. They've knocked the Crest of the Game Child trailer down to third result on YouTube now if you put in Ashen trailer. But what if you put in Ashen's trailer, which is more relevant actually?
Have they actually knocked it down?
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, no, that's fine. I was really worried.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't want to be made obsolete by a video game you're not even remotely connected with.
Exactly. But no, of course I'd put in Ashen, whereas most people put in Ashen.
So if you were to release your movie 20 years ago, you'd have Ocean releasing an console port featuring various mini games.
Ashen announced trailer. Oh, for Portuguese in the Eurogamer Portugal one. Damn, I'm obviously not very popular. In fact, no, this game doesn't seem to be very popular in Portugal. There's no comments. Hang on. I'm going to look at the one now from MXE Videos, which has just uploaded the live show from Xbox by the looks of it. No comments. Why are there no comments? My comments not loading or something?
No, just nobody's interested anymore.
Yeah, but hundreds of people upload the same goddamn thing, don't they? You know. Yeah, I can't find one with any comments. That's crazy.
I just found an upload of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, somebody's just uploaded your movie.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Why would you re-upload my movie when it's already on there for free?
I don't know. Oh, it's one of them bloody upload bots. They steal people's videos and then stick some sort of forest-filled website link to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, dearie me. Bloody people and their bloody robots.
But all the other videos related to your thing are people doing Let's Plays of Postal 2 for some reason.
That's very bizarre. I wonder where that comes from. I can't find any fucking trailer for that game that doesn't... here we are. That looks like one. Yeah, his comments on this bugger has been seen 13,000 times. Yeah, I thought it'd be a Poundland simulator.
Do you see the reply?
Oh, yeah, there it is. I thought of Ashes too, expert. I'm just going to skip through the trailer quickly, actually. I'll mute that never.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, it's looking a bit...
Well, the characters haven't even got any face.
Yeah, I was then going to say there's like a weird problem with the lighting. Oh, fuck! Oh, that's horrible when you see them up close. They are faceless mannequins.
Yeah, so that's some sort of those sort of Russian 60s cartoons you used to get, isn't it? 70s cartoons.
God, yes. Oh, it's really fucking creepy, man.
It's the height of the Soviet things. Everybody, this is why capitalism is a bad idea. It gives no face.
Oh no, that's not going to help them if they make their bloody protagonists totally unsympathetic and frightening to the audience. Looks like they're going to crawl out of the television screen.
I know, the main character at least needs a goatee, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh God, I've just realised they're like my logo without the goatee. That's got to be a coincidence, but fucking hell.
Yes, I should be talking to my lawyer about this.
That's it. Hello, lawyer. Yes, I'm full of shit again.
Okay, yeah, first person who does a Let's Play the game and does a screen grab of that character standing up with do-do-do-do. Hello.
My God. Oh, yeah, that's kind of... It does look a lot like Ico, actually, in the sense that there doesn't seem to be any sort of combat or anything.
Yeah, because nothing's going on, yeah.
Yeah, and the faceless characters are fucking weird. It's a good name for it, though, because it is all light grey,
Yes. But Ash,
Well, that was a thing.
yeah, being horrified by a game that you're not remotely connected to.
Yeah, that's the kind of joy in my life. I'll just go back to playing the N-Gage one.
Yeah.
The characters did technically have faces, you just couldn't see them due to the incredibly low resolution portrait screen.
I always remember years ago I was playing Counter-Strike and some kid was on the game and he was really excited that he went, for Christmas, I'm getting a Nokia N-Gage. And then 2 seconds later, this guy turned around and said, that is so gay. And the kid just burst into tears.
Oh, that's horrible. Not as horrible as when he got the N-Gage. But,
No.
Oh, dear me. Xbox Live. It is a painful place.
Oh dear.
And on that bombshell. Well, that's it, I think.
I think that is, yes. I think we have digressed and dissected E3 as much as our middle-aged brains have allowed, really.
We've deliberated, cogitated, and digested.
And masticated.
Yes, that's the most important one.
Yes, I've just...
You can't think of a way to say that.
No, I can't, no. Mastication means chewing, by the way, if anybody heard me wrong.
Indeed. Unlike wanking, which is something entirely different. Right. It's time to go and cut my face off so I can be more like the characters in my namesake game.
Yes. Pseudonym for likeness.
Lack of likeness.
Lack of likeness.
This looks exactly like my logo, which is also faceless. I have copyrighted things not having a face. Imagine if that copyright went through. Anything that doesn't have a face on, I can now charge royalties for.
I'm more out of...
hats.
Billy Idol songs.
Yeah, he did have the eyes, though.
Oh, okay.
Son visage. Very good film. Seek it out. Anyway, time to go away and die.
Goodbye, people.
Goodbye.
Yes. I'm still here, though. But goodbye.
I'm still here as well.
Yes. Goodbye. It is now the end of the podcast.
Definitely.
Time to go.
Oh, God, Seamus is here.
Oh.
Top of the morning to you.
And Janet.
Janet and the Robosaurs. Oh, fuck me, man. Every time I see that game now, I'm just going to think Janet and the Robosaurs.
We could turn that to a meme just to annoy the publishers now. I think we're both now ever so slightly popular enough to make meme baits on the internet. So everybody call the game now Janet and the Robosaurs.
Janet and the Robosaurs, yeah.
Yes.
This is why I couldn't publish fucking games, because I would want it called Janet and the Robosaurs. And fucking hell, I released a film called Ashens and the Quest for the Game Child. It's got to be the most difficult to say title ever, Janet.
Well, I think your DVDs are worse, saying Ashenthology.
Ashenthology. I still enjoy that. Didn't enjoy sending them all to the post office.
No.
They still hate me in there.
Yeah, I got arthritis from carpal tunnel from stamps.
Cardboard tunnel from all the fucking Jiffy bags. Yeah. Oh dear. Right, we really must go now.
Yes. See you next year, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye.
Yes. Bye-bye.